Abusunya we de mamenchia na memo akwa banfa ombra round J report so na ende amane abebeto nsɛmtwerɛfo apono so ayen so ye hunu bie na yati bie ne ye ka bie na ye ba benya adaje na ye de emu enkyeremu so ede abro from the camp of the former vice president and the one flag bearer the new patriotic party Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ninsem na ye ba beka video ye hwe de one the Christian Council of Ghana one omo ene hia twetwe nkoma hodo bebre no a e fa na ni suade hunu ne botaye ene eniema hodo bebre no a ye a wo hwe ni mo kwan na ene amane ababeto ya apono so nyina e kire se ebre ya NPP fo kokoto aba na wo mo di yi no se wono na emra metu franka no na echese open ne pen mutuani anase de obeye ne running mate na running mate ho sensem no a obeyi ebesi nne ontimi emmo obi adin na huhu ya ba beda adwane se Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe ya kane no ono na ye ne running mate no ono kuro ya na wasan ede no ekoro nipa bebre no a ekire mu se Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe de wono na esefata se wode no ekoro firi se na ni suade hunu ne botae bebre no ano efa wo Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe ne ne fa papa nti wo jane si nchan na okofa obi foforo a enya de se beboa Mahmoud Bawumia ne suade hunu kura na no ne nipa bebre no a kire mu se hey enye no kora da se Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia wamfa Matthew Opoku Prempe anase NAPO ni na chia ebe ye ohawde amano efri se Matthew Opoku Prempe ba ye ne mpo no sebe oba beti NPP amonyekuyo wono vote so papa inti se ne Matthew Opoku se Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia wasan etu franka de ama amonyekuyo no a emane mo ne hu musio mpo se okoboma NAPO din na ene edin bi ababonten say omumu baako na yes say Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia se obesnobo Matthew Opoku Prempe anase obabeyi Matthew Opoku Prempe si nchen obedi chini obesadline no hwan na obebo ne din nyadaje ne hwe video yi wadaroma odi like mame na ehye na efo adwenkyere so bra nyina ye hu aduro na yedidi ye hu komo kakra na wodi ansa na mpo se ene de Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia aboni din anase huhu a efri NPP fo akachi abeto abonten se wono na Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia sei obeyi Matthew Opoku Prempe si nchen no oba befa no ansa na mede saa eno ho nkomodie ne beba no na makyerɛw oni akoro no mepese ohwɛ saa interviews ahodo ya akoso adodo no a kyerɛ se Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia onfa Matthew Opoku Prempe wodi yentie wo mo a omo suggest sta ne bape ni ababa be kire wo mo a omo pene so kura na afi so edin ahodo aba bonten a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene oba be yi bi afiri mo yin
any there is done diaka so yen nyina be boa obe yi animate eno kran so yen ndam because won timi sisa NAPO na ezo de ma no oja won timi sisa no akufo de ne comprensa fi oja je ena party ya te sampa ya ton na duru ba bi amfa no ko ampa ya de na ko afa 57%. It's in how na put no yen ndam
ebi dum susu se o san running mate na ebeboa omo ono
ontimi be gira ma fidie so
ebi dia pie
mi je omo obu dia pie entimi sisa da over our dead body ebe da
se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
entimi sisa ana ne sisa ana akufo ado anwem presa wan fran kom presa be da so ei hani se ye mu bi ge be ka sapa ebe da so se o ma ti da po this kind hence sabta nyamna me yama no de enso binim se saa na be dey ebeye eno bi ho ene nkura we asatin tansiam
but Dr. Matthew Opoku ni ujidi say 2024 election ni input me no di kan bo ho komo o ka say ni input obeboa in the region ujidi say ni input pa eboa Dr. Mahmoud
eboa na papa abanonya asante region kwa na nto Bawumia ni krom inya problem Asante Regina problem, Western Regina problem.
But you see, Manyan and TSA and Kophobia Sassia lobby. They have started getting closer to Dr. Bawumia because of running meat. But let me put this on record. Say, Obia Nigeria they said Dr. Bawumia be drop on NAPO, it is never true. And you know credit. So who said Sassia Cheska? Who said Nipano? se wa sasie ye bibia officer Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obe drop Matopoku Prempeh. It is never true. I'm telling you. And I start looking for any other things. Because I don't know and I don't get it. I don't know how Dr. Bawumia will drop NAPO. Because Nana Akufo-Addo did not despise Dr. Bawumia. Nana Akufo-Addo picked Dr. Bawumia 2008. And somewhere kafa Dr. Bawumia was say when your party ni wokuta party card. Ne papa ne bushia phone na NDC for. It did not discourage Nana Akufo-Addo. He carried Dr. Bawumia along in 2012 to 2012 to 2016 to 2020. So it would be unfair and it wouldn't make sense for Dr. Bawumia to drop Matopoku Prempeh. Eti moi shase no a mu bopia Dr. Bawumia because of running mate no. I'm telling you about fact say it wouldn't work. Where I got my information from. Matopoku Prempeh, Dr. Matopoku Prempeh will still be the running mate at the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And this time around, I'm told that the running mate will be announced earlier because it wouldn't be the first one there by one. Or announce the running mate just about 6 months or something before the election.
Maybe because within the new patriotic party. You see, the backbiting, any 19 and I think it's all about who becomes the next running mate to Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. In fact, the media Martina Aka so left to me alone. Yes. Based on the principle, yes, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the principles, yes, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the flag bearer, yes, again. If you want to build on the same principle, it has to be Dr. Matthew. Yeah. I agree with you. Personally, I agree with you. Dr. Matthew, I personally agree with you to become the next, yes, running mate again. Yes, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I agree. Whereas he himself had stated.
Abusia, Ebo Boba. Agenda na set in, agenda na a set in. Eko edema Dr. Matopoku Prempeh NAPO. Dodo no a echrese ebeye party a nkonsa mfa Matopoku Prempeh ensanenko. But NPP for no bi echrese debi. NAPO ebayen ameboa wo mo frise ne niema bia oye ono ade we fine gentleman obi a waye vice obi a se bi waye education minister na waye energy minister ne adade wonim de but the caliber of person nye obi a ofite sa vice presidential anasa running mate no frise ne nkasa ye ne ye bi no ankasa no emwa party no kura nka me ye se baabi obekọ obegine bia obekasa bia ne de assembly party no dani da nyina no ete party na ho oden so ete party ne sunsun so enti nke be ya enkampanifo ahodo bi omwo honom obi te se Brian Champon ohwe kwan ya Brian Champon fa so surprise NPP pa ewo omo election ya omo call ye yimu pa no a oba betu Kennedy akoma preko Japan any ade no na chese oye fine manner se Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ede ne ye ne running mate enka obe shake the foundation of Ghana ono ewo ho Brian ewo ho number 1 saa so na kane vice chancellor ano Kwame Nkrumah suapon mu vice chancellor ano wo Kwame Nkrumah suapon mu wo no professor mame MP professor Mrs. Rita Akun Akusua bibi Dickson Professor Rita Akusua Dickson kane vice chancellor no wo Kwame Nkrumah suapon mu wono so ni din aba oye fine woman wono so omo chese wo fete papa oye korampo ebroso eno so ebinum chese ye ai no papa eno so eda nchene a Patrick Yaobuama wono so oye fine gentleman na ohwe ne communication nkomo a wodie ene ono na ye parliamentary member edema Okanko Central honorable Boama Yao Patrick or Kankwe Central Parliament member. Ono susu ni din aba. Ene nipa maako mienu bi a omo nyina din aba. Omo kyerɛ sɛ senka NPP. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia eyi mu baako a kebe boa papa ma party no etumi akɔ nanim. Enkomo twetwe ebe na akɔso. Yenko na yenkotie enkomo no bi kakramra.
Now, before I enter the wagon, I want you to know this. Mami we, your friend a year, Professor Rita Akosia Dickson. Professor Rita Akosia Dickson, or your Vice Chancellor, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. This woman in 2024, Nanka Bawumia Beso and a running mate. It's still on the table. Braxtar, go in for goals. Coach Carlos. Mamo, your friend, Professor Rita Akosia Dickson. Professor Rita Akosia Dickson. On a Vice Chancellor, KNUST. 2024, na Mahmoud Bawumia, time President John Dramani Mahama, EPK, Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman 2020. I was starting about 2024. No, this was the woman Mahmoud Bawumia wanted to choose over NAPO Jimmy. Now, there Emma NAPO FM say NPP former abozege pressure say yehia santini sebio oya santini a wejimi kura fanebra if it's a party ne fruma ewa asante. Mahmoud Bawumia so a ultimate make decision Emma no ho. Sebio ne retreating is akwara no. A man who cannot take decisions, a man who is not bold enough to be called a man, no. He had no option than to fall for the tribal line of the NPP. He ended up picking NAPO, be blue elections up positively. Now this woman is still on the list. Mahmoud Bawumia is still considering making this woman his running mate. The reason is simple. Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP, they just want to copy what John Mahama has done. Only option be an Nigerian is say, because John Dramani Mahama and the NDC settled on Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, or believe it says or the a woman, it is a Professor Rita Akosia Dickson Eba. Ghanaians who say Bawumia is giving women the opportunity, and Bawumia is basically thinking. With all due respect to this woman, a very brilliant woman, very smart, eloquent, a woman who has built something for herself when it comes to academics, and you cannot take it away from her. But you see, Debbie Amekache NPP for say, the party still miss, or they still don't know, and I say, shada any focus on what they want to do. You see, John Dramani Mahama did not just pick Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman. A lot went into it. Remember, Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman had served as an education minister. Apart from her background, Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman had been in politics. She understood the dynamics of being a minister and also sitting in cabinet meetings. She came on board with her political experience, and secondly, she came with her academic experience. So Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman was holding two very strong weights, which, with all due respect to this lady, I am not underestimating her, but this woman is purely an academic. Now, the NPP as a political party, are they ready for a woman who is basically not like them? Are they ready for a professional like this who isn't like them? Because remember, before you can be an NPP, you need to think like an NPP and you need to act like an NPP. And when I say you need to think, act, and be like an NPP, I'm talking about you need to look like Abronye, speak like Abronye, act like Abronye, behave like Abronye, reason like Abronye. 2, you need to do things like Chema Wuntumi, behave like Chema Wuntumi, act like Chema Wuntumi, reason like Chema Wuntumi. 3, you have to do everything like Poyando. Your level of intelligence, assessing issues, making people understand that you are rational in your deliberation, or when it comes to ye din komo na obibe wo say adwene nyanse bi da wotim na ufri ekuo wemu ene na kire say you are coming from a group of intelligent, rational people. I am asking, this woman that Bawumia is considering today, one, can she be an NPP person? Is she going to think like an NPP person? Then it means she has to drop every single thing that she represents to come into the ditch, the gutters, the so-called stupid, their political party colors. She has to come and don that before she can be accepted as an NPP. Because you see, being accepted as an NDC is easy. The reason is that the NDC, they allow or give people the opportunity to come in, irrespective of your educational background, your religious background, your ethnic background. They don't care. It's all about what you can prove when you are part of the NDC. But we all know what the NPP represents. We all know NPP for our level of thinking. The way they are able to isolate people, the way they are tribalistic and vindictive. I feel bad for this woman because, one, Mami, when just because our KNUST and a say obey my NPP running mate and Bawumia running mate. This woman needs to be reasoning like an NPP person. And I don't think she's ready to reason like an NPP person. She's above that. She's too responsible. She's too matured. She's too educated. Her understanding of basic things, 99% of the Nkrantia People's Party will never align with that kind of understanding. Because, you see, NPP a party be a one dozen, 98% of the NPP base. Sibio Mutinyoma say express Jimmy Dawson, and people like this cannot fit in. And if this woman mistakenly decide to, without due respect, be greedy and say, oh, I want to be part of the NPP, that will be the beginning of her career as a human being, because they know and they will find a way to destroy everything that she has built. It's a fact. Intimikache Bawumia, no NAPO, no vote. Oda wonsa akoto eye beifo aduane mu asantememu. Oda wonsa akoto beifo aduane mu asantememu no ubedi. U decide say onfa NAPO ma, then it means ubu otumfo se sebio onye eye den awofo papa otete akwara, because otumfo ka kire mu asantememu say NAPO ono na hwe no school ono na tete no. Na wa be fa ne ba akoja ne nsuo mfimfini dia na se nipa na otete akora no wumbu no ena ye ne asantefo dodo no so nim se NAPO nim nyansa chen eye Bawumia efri se nkenye NAPO a sebio anka vote anka Bawumia nyan kakra no anka onya e wa Ashanti region enti awse Mahmoud Bawumia tibi ase no NAPO no vote enya kura ye pa Asantini no enya kura ye pe NAPO sma wasom party, because between NAPO and Bawumia, NAPO has some party in Bawumia. NAPO in and out MPP near with Jimmy. Bawumia or you'll be part of the party card. Bawumia cannot escape NAPO and go for somebody from outside. Mami, I pity her. I pity her because if she becomes greedy and tries to be like Mayor Bawumia running mate, that is the beginning of her end. And I can assure her that. Yeah. Frimpong Boati be joining NPP, and I'm advising this woman, Professor Rita Akosia Dickson, go and cast your mind back to Frimpong Boati. The NPP, they finished him. They deliberately destroyed the man. He is one of the most famous surgeons or whatever we have in Africa and around the world. The NPP not know joining the Frimpong Boati or that Anajubia, he curses himself for being part of a group of charlatans. You want to put everything on the line? We are here. Yeah, the Ayeka say both say akonfa ni tin kwaje. Na bre na both say atoku di tibetu table so a you be twa. With all due respect to you, madam, let them deal with their issues. Otufo can call you and advise you and say we are the gatekeeper. Yen filled ha Otufo ni have you. Sa politics filled we mu. Sa monchi monka we mu no Otufo ni mo ye Yen ye slide wa ha, ye slide na pa, ye defend it, ye try, ye be boo name. And your name can ye boo, ye more permanent disability with all respect to disability people. It's your hano, ye niagro. Maintain your level and protect the little that you have been able to protect. But if you are making these people lie to you, you will go home with nothing. I'm advising you respectfully. All right. And the Musa Dankwa a year in semi betu Facebook and a Friday. Good evening to a Pambo. Musa Dankwa de in semi betu mami Musa NPP 4AD. Musa Dankwa me ana maintenance. Enkofo edidi wa tena still awo kan okra kire omo. De Musa Dankwa de betu honi me be kan brofo no magidwam. Tu le passe un camion? La pâte rouge, à peu près ça French ding. Musa Dankwa posted this in the morning. Or say, oh my survey. So far, we want a reason not to believe Musa Dankwa because so far, over Ghana posters are credible. Musa Dankwa. Until you better point here because Musa Dankwa is not credible. No? Every single thing he puts out, say a research and a survey, we will take it, and we will recognize and admit to say the Ejuma na no a crojin because so far Ejuma Musa Dankwa ye nyina be sin de no nobody in Ghana can tell me say Ejuma no obetima challenge and I say or a better change Musa Dankwa when it comes to data analysis, surveys, research. So far men share that who obi ha inti say Musa Dankwa ekasa when it comes to polls in Ghana he is a numero me na me number 1 and number 2 because me na me tumi mamo ababa o me benya e primary sim exactly Musa Dankwa shorty by 2 percentage points. Inti, I'm number 1. So my deputy Musa Dankwa, Musa Dankwa. Obetro bibi na moma yentie eye de Musa Dankwa ekaye. South Central so far Monte Brofo making kind of Brofo and mejudwum. Will NPP win rerun of the 2024 elections if the elections were held today? Or say, omukwa abontini ko busa nsam se sende to abana. Near the Bawumia ne Mahama eda hu gina honne. Say yeah to 2024 abano enna NPP be wini ana. Not according to the polls. JDM, that's John Dramani Mahama, according to the poll, will likely win with 63.3%. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, 34.4%, and others 2.3%. Also, we have research, you know. We are just okay. You have baby. You did 1 year. Now, mommy and Quabon tell say okay. Now say Abana ya to a 1 year, and they are to the Bimpa. One I shall obey Winnie. Omukoye esa polls na research no. The omu and say nipa oha enchichemu edusia miensa echiripo miensa. Say ohamu enchich ohamu edusia miensa echiripo mu miensa. Echere say omu die ombeto amajo mahama. Ena eye Ghana form send eye to abanda ombeto Bawumia no eye eduasa 9 echiripo die and 34.4%. And almost betu ama Mahmoud Bawumia. Remember, election 2024, John Dramani Mahama enya around 57%. Meaning, numbers na kosro. Mahmoud Bawumia nya 38%. And there, polls no Mahmoud Bawumia no mano atiaba 34%. It means to say Ghana for the one who say and there two about John Mahama numbers in kosro more. Now, the polls show that voters who did not vote in 2024 elections, if given another chance, will still not vote for NPP. As the polls shows, JDM will attract 56.7% of their votes. DMB 35.3% and others 9%, while the polls show JDM performing near what he obtained in the 2024 election. Sorry. So this is if 2028 abano when you're 2024. Obubusanko for say to 2028 abano and that is what they actually went out to do a research on. into am kwa bontom ko busa nkofo say send na ye to aba send na ye to aba say ye to 2028 aba na de why no beto ama no nti okoye sa survey no e kire say omuye polls no omu say nipa 63.3% JM na 34.4% de Bawumia na omu ka say the polls shows that voters who did not vote in the 2024 elections omo man to aba no kra 2024 no omo see omo chance say and omo to aba that means a group no man to aba no say 2024 omo NPP focus we mu do man to aba we mu do man to aba no omo say sankofo no krampo no say omo chance say and omo to aba. The poll showed that voters who did not vote in the 2024 elections, if given another chance, will still not vote for the NPP. As the poll shows, JDM will attract 56.7 of their votes. JDM Bawumia 35.3, meaning almost say almost man to aba krampo 2020 day 4 no yeah more chance cross almost to aba still almost to Bawumia. Omukoye post nanti Ghana henyina etoto nkofo ano no omukro man to aba na MP for so nipa 3 million and to aba yesi sa nkofo no kra no omuye post no kwa botin hu say sa nkofo no krampo no say enne ye consider omu vote kra sa nkofo no nyina say still enya de omu beto ama Bawumia. Now uko enima I say it is not all good news for JDM and the NDC as the poll shows JDM struggling in Bono and Bono East and losing the northern region. Say Sesiano, Bono East, Bono, any Srimno, NDC for vote no, emu yemre. Inti ayadebia eno so omu wo eyedien Sesiano omukobusa nkofo se so omu kwa akoto aba ende 2028 na ba ye beto aba omu se 2028 sanke beto ne na omu hu se Bono any Bono is any stream no NDC numbers no etiaba form and omu ko wenim no omu say. However, the poll shows JDM will win Eastern region and also outperform his numbers from the Greater Accra, Central, Western North, but will underperform in the Volta region. You see, omu see a poll somebody who say aye baby to say Central NDC that who strong ho baby to say aye Greater Accra NDC that who strong Western region Western North and aye Volta regional JM aye NDC for numbers na aba form kakra inti sa aye survey omko anapolls no de omko hu ye no eno no. Now for those who think the 71% approval rating is a joke, this is an internal consistent data showing JDM will do better than in 2024. A development which should not be happening to a president some say is now unpopular. Now the data is the data and I came in peace, but I know I will get none. Into which I say or the diagram to homa send Musa dan kwa ye ni post no kwa ni research no se ka se yeto aba ende 2028 aba na yeto nda John Dramani Mahama benya 63.3%, Mahmoud Bawumia number no beta free 38.8, 38.2, aba bedu 34.4. This is the reality. Mahmoud Bawumia is not the presidential material. Ya catch Ghana for, ya catch NPP for. Eche Ghana ni na adwini nyedwuma no beto aba Bawumia. Because there's nothing about Bawumia and NPP we are going to see and say, so why do you need more benanti akobala soko traba man? Inti senka 2028 abani ye tone na. Per Musa Dankwamo polls any research on my year detailed one no. Anka John Dramani Mahama be jump every 57 to 63. Mahmoud Bawumia be tie free 38 no nyano in 2024 no or be tie about 34. Meka jam say yendu 2028 na Bawumia do 24. Meka chiremo. And this is the reality on the ground. You can choose to believe it. You can choose to insult Musa Dankwa. You can choose not to work with it. And it goes to the NDC too. At least Musa Dankwa Chiremu said there are places that you are getting weak. You people need to build on it. And the NPP said, Mope power, these are the hard truths you need to swallow and work on. But the problem with the NPP, then they say, you have already chosen a candidate who is not sellable. More than can choose a candidate. Sebio, come out about them huna tomano if you say Obianim who that candidate is, and yen what Bawumia can do. Ya the Bawumia had to scale, so I'm an all the resource to prove himself. For 8 years, he could not do it. Mahmoud Bawumia, for 8 years, ya the Bibia man say on running Ghana, Obianim Sekufuado, not a toy president. Nana danko for onim economics. Nana danko for onim security. Nana danko onim she law school so kwekwa no boa. Until we knew that Ekufuado was just a ceremonial president, said Papa. Akufo-Addo was just a toy president. Na yedim say wo Bawumia na now run the country because you told us say Ghana you're running our economy. Economy they run the crew. Anything a tam economic management team at the mao, anything the vice president. It will be any Bawumia's strength. The amount Bawumia by politics or Ghana economics. Ultimately can say a home economics. And I say Bawumia carpentry or the politics vice president. Obiatimi can say digitalization about Bawumia about politics. Bawumia ojini resume what he is good at economics. That's it. Unless you want to tell me on Bawumia's resume for the past 8 years, I could see Abia swimming. I'm a expert in swimming. But so far, as I sit here, meaning about Bawumia anything apart from economics. Mr. P, Mr. S, pull something for me. Bawumia's resume. There's nothing on his resume unless some person can say the past 8 years or 10 years, and I resell free power. Bawumia could see swimming. The swimming I can receive home. They say why expert in swimming than economics. But Bawumia's expertise is in economics. And Mahamudu Bawumia failed when he was given the nod to prove himself. It's actually when Jimmy and Ayeka said this person should still become president because he's an economist. Because he was given the opportunity. Unless you want to tell me, MP for person catch him say, Bawumia resume no, he say Wakosia Edian, Wakosia Etribo. It's right now I expert in pleating hair or whatever. And I say Bawumia or che akrakro into there or che akrakro che economic or ye akrakro expert. So far, the anymore Bawumia resume mun say the Wako school say or economist and obey vice president or head of your finances and will fail ye. Into who in their right senses will give Bawumia because you see. So, person who make a case ma Bawumia, you need to tell us Bawumia expertise. Ni expertise ni there. Dia ntini yama Bawumia be president. Dia ntini yama Ghana she Bawumia nsem. Is it because why vice president paying? And is it because Okasa is a joker? Give me a reason why we should make Bawumia president. And I yanko to abama Bawumia. Yanko to abama because or your economist. And right now he is not. And I am going to have money because he's what? He's a digitalization man. Give us the reason. Because answer your befa coach is on coach Black Stars. No, you share the resume. You share Juma why? Because when you share your captain is on coach Black Stars. That we always go for a technical man who knows the game. In this year, Bawumia president, tell us what Mahamudu Bawumia is an expert in. He's an expert in what? Table tennis no good ana. Because he say what's about table tennis chance or tunepa. Bawumia you say or table tennis chance or tunepa. Enti embusa wo. Table tennis no akoye is or expert in table tennis as or expert is say hu or economist as or a table tennis player. So about table tennis e maye is o Bawumia de montomani because about TT or chasie or backhand or front hand or 2 years here. Ni hu say akowe de or Africa Japanese. Ni hu say okay. They say about me, so Africa Chinese, Africa Japanese, or both table tennis into Mr. President, you know, and get your oba and table tennis battle, but number two, no, and I'm Ghana, or do baby a conka, so president with the obwa. Is so conka. And the Pia Bontina Mubumsa conka. Now, so on your table tennis expert, no, your economist there. Then we don't need him because he failed when he was given a nod to prove himself. Bro, you know about look a community bank krama Bawumia because Bawumia resume and chess will fail. He has no credibility. He's a liar. And see, right now he's hiding behind digitalization. Anytime Busa Ghana for say what is a Bawumia, Mr. Bawumia, the resume ni. I know Busa NPP for say Yantuma Bawumia, Yantuman as what? As a former vice president, but that does not qualify him to be president. You need to John Mahama in 2016 of free power. John Mahama episode about power beam. Then you John Mahama. It is how he managed the affairs of the nation. When it came to infrastructure, when it came to economy, because when John Mahama was the vice president and became the president, when he was leaving power, the dollar was at 3.4. So with the economy, we saw John Mahama was able to tame the dollar. When it came to infrastructure, John Mahama proved himself. It's John Mahama cast up a president. There were things that we could look at and say, okay, these and these are his strengths. So let's give the power to him because he can build on it. Now you became a vice president. You were in charge of the economic management team. You are an economist. You told us you can change the destiny, our economic destiny. You ended up taking the dollar from 3 and leaving it at almost 18. So I'm asking you, What makes you a preferred candidate? I am for to me, Mao. That's all. Bawumia, this is Bawumia's resume. It's in Besa Buso. Bawumia, send a Jumoko, Nadia, Bawumia resume. Bawumia na yakan wasemnani. So I want to ask you, Yantuma Bawumia, Dientin engineers on Tuma Bawumia. Tell me. A member of Mampusi people, Bawumia was born in Tamale, Ghana, to Alhaji Mumuni Bawumia and Hajia Mariama Bawumia. He is the 12th of his father's 18 children and the second of his mother's 5 children. Anything you know, because you have time. Mission you try confirm tia de amano. You try go tia de amano. Enitra na me news and papa wo 18 on na toss number 12. Enuntra. Ni timi ya de. Ne nkora brem you try go ko na de amano. You try go to na de amano. Odidi kwaro na tofo no wo ho. Enuntra. It was that he's not there yet. Or da won pra kokoti ho. Na mo menko enim. Now Mahamudu Bawumia attended the Sakasaka Primary School in Tamale and gained admission to Tamale Senior Secondary School, Tamale Secondary School in 1975. After graduating from Tamale Secondary School, he went to the United Kingdom where he went to marry there, where he studied banking and obtained the Chartered Institute of Bankers Diploma. Na sema Bawumia kwa mpono, ya nshede nyabutra access the educational background. In the first idea onya a Chartered Institute of Bankers Diploma, ACIB. Na Bawumia ye jana pao ye wananti mwacho wale azana anti mwache. Hey, all right. Now, onya a Chartered Institute of Bankers Diploma no. He was the president of the Ghana United Nations Students Association. Ghana, in 1981. Ya check you and the about going in name or the dim. Oh, the dim, no dear for the Jimmy one at time to me. Now, he was the president of the Ghana United Nations Students Association, Gunsa. Akwawi, ya juja kukotia malaria, Now, Oye Gunsa, Oye president of Gunsa. Now, he took a first-class honors degree. The first-class honors degree in economics and at Buckingham University in 1987. And so what study? First one, obtaining Chartered Institute of Bankers Diploma. And then the second one, a honorary degree in economics at Buckingham University. In economics. Hey, okay. Now he then obtained a master's degree in economics at Lincoln College, Oxford. Into economics. Yensa, yehu swimming room, yehu table tennis room, yehu home econs room, yehu life skills room, yehu carpentry, yehu religious and moral education, yehu dondology, yehu political science room. Yehu be a friend of engineering, petrochemical engineering. Yehu IT. Yehu akito. Yehu be in economics. Tie siya pegi. We have to see and talk to him about me. Akoko economic whiskey don't know. He then obtained a master's degree in economics at Lincoln College, Oxford, and obtained a PhD in economics at the Simon Fraser University, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada in 1995. 84 documentations that our friend certification in economics. Still yehu table tennis waha. Yehu swimming waha. Yehu dondology waha. Yehu vernacular studies waha. Okay. Now you're his areas of specialization includes baby Bawumia specializing ye. Bawumia gasa reason new. This is where he specializes. I'm questioning on I'm gonna ding now. His areas of specialization include microeconomics. Yeah, the microeconomics mano or international economics. Yeah, the international economics mano or IMF. Development economics. with see one hostel abobia do ya say kaya hostel economic development economics and monetary policy monetary policy sika samu hwehwayem and the dollar na man 3.4 akwa we na dollar wo 17 wa bo wo da guys to me come Bawumia come bodam Bawumia speciality the specialization am actually no intimi busa wo why should we make Bawumia president we anya tenidi we anya di atam and I can tell di atam a simple question why should we make Bawumia Bawumia president? Is it because he's an economist? Because he basically his specialty involves microeconomics. What happened when Bawumia was the head of economic management team for 8 years, vice president, had their cabinet meetings? What happened to our microeconomics? He failed. What happened to what we call international economics? He failed. What happened to development economics? He failed. And what happened to monetary policy? He failed. So why should any intelligent person today sit in Ghana and say, Yamfa to me ma Bawumia? He, Mahmoud Bawumia nanka say in Ghana politics, or nanka say ofanyoma easy cry. You know why? Because technically, Bawumia came in with the right resume in 2012 to tell us to say, Ejumana mo pe obi mana ye no. Sika samu to ye. Ghana economy no, men na maba mikuta sa certification no. Eti nanka ono, ananka say nyoma ye easy mano. But because Bawumia bon on kanukure, because Bawumia is a failure, because you people cooked him, he failed when the job was given to him. John Dramani Mahama, on your economist too. But the dollar today as we speak has been stable. At least international reserve, we have enough there. At least people now have confidence in the economy. John Dramani Mahama, only PhD in economics. Anamebwa, John Dramani Mahama, only PhD in monetary policy. John Dramani Mahama. So I'm asking, adentina yentam Ghana economy ma Bawumia. And you see yenimuno wa ye juma pen we faili. It's a failure. He's not fit. And your personal ni pale na wa bon. Ontumi nye juma no. Concept na ye de de. Inti asramo mu hia mu musa ne se die ntine ento aba ma wo. Only the speciality they say nyina enim Bawumia speciality.
The lives of the people of Agbogboloshi matter as much as the lives of the people of East Legon or cantonments. Enti yeba hano yebesi toilets amamu yebesi toilets in all yebesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all among the people of Agbogboloshi. Usorina uko toilet, uya ubejari enyasa. Ubejari. Usorina uko toilet, uya ubejari enyasa. Ubejari. Enti. Usorina uko toilet, uya ubejari enyasa. Ubejari. Usorina uko toilet, uya ubejari enyasa. Ubejari. Usorina uko toilet, uya ubejari enyasa. Ubejari. Enti.
This is a speciality. So what is a Bawumia? Is he a consonant? Is he a verb? Is Bawumia an adjective? Is Bawumia a joker? What is Bawumia? What does he represent? And I've been asking this question for about a month now. What is Bawumia? We are just questioning him, his credibility. So that we can question him. Or an economist, or a comedian, or a swimmer, or a table tennis player. What is he? What is Bawumia? We are questioning Bawumia's credibility. Now, this is another story I want us to talk about. And a Friday, Opambo. UK-based Ghanaian PhD students demand release of 4 assault footage within 7 days. You see, I would like to advise the ambassador or UK, no. I feel this government should put a halt on every nonsense called scholarship in the UK. So, check Ghana scholarships, baby, a chrono wapa, it's in the UK. 95% of the people in the UK are almost various scholarships, so they are liars. They don't deserve to have scholarships. Now, you see, most of these people who are making allegations against this woman and whoever she's working with, these are people in the name that we are doing PhD. My friends, with all due respect, if you foolishly want to continue education, go back home and continue it. The taxpayer in Ghana cannot be taking care of some of you guys who are living in the UK and pretending as if say you're Jimmy at Ghana. The amount of money we are spending on these so-called PhD idiots, those so-called PhD fools, that money can build schools in Ghana. And you see, there are people in politics the UK a scholarship hub where they steal from Ghana. And I will advise the Ghana government, they should put a halt to every year scholarship buying government-sponsored scholarship in the UK. They need to do a forensic audit. And I kept saying this the last time. Madam Zita, it's important to release a statement. Give this job to an external auditor to audit every single scholarship beneficiary in the United Kingdom. So I would check it. I have too many documents here. When you check your scholarships, baby, a lot of people are saying they are in school in the UK. 99% are not in school. 99%. And if these so-called PhD students, they feel say they deserve some monies from us, we need to first do some serious auditing, forensic auditing. Because you see, we can't keep feeding people who don't deserve to be paid by the government of Ghana. We are taking care of Namasa. School, your end game was that you are going to go to school for government of Ghana to take care of you in abroad. Now, when you're ready, so show who was school. Now, what the UK say, I PhD, my sikango tediane. A third world country should not be entertaining this stupidity. Yes. A third world country should not be entertaining this stupidity whereby people find ways, illegal ways. Most of these so-called PhD students in the UK, they were brought in by the stupid NPP government. And now, these foolish foot soldiers are in Kwasiafo, their documentations are not even right and legit. What they want to do now, they want to sabotage the ambassador. It's a sabotage. They know what they are doing. This woman, since she went to the UK, she has been firm. She has delivered. So far, I can tell you, Ambassador Sayenyo UK, that this woman has been the most effective. But you see, Ghana for now more UK now, NPP for so the agenda now is that let's go and Madam Zita, what you need to do is that tell every single person who is on government scholarship or your PhD to bring all their documentation, set an office up. Let you hire an external auditor, let them scrutinize everybody's certification. You will not see anyone in front of your embassy. The stupidity is getting too much. I just say Jimmy Nibia connection about Abayinsheme. And for free. Oh, me a PhD. So the government of the day should take money and give to you. What boredom? Now my papa say you didn't have money there to continue education. Most of these people in the UK doing PhD, they can do the same course in Ghana. And if these people are now coming to sabotage people who are there to represent us, we are a third world country. Because there's some way we need to cancel it. The idea of government paying people scholarship, thousands and thousands of people scholarship abroad, that nonsense should be shut down. Today, they have the audacity and to go there and say, somebody have assaulted me, and that open investigations. Foolish people. I will advise the commissioner or the ambassador, Madam Zita, call home. Tell them they need to set up a forensic audit. An independent, get an independent auditor in the UK and audit all these so-called scholarship beneficiaries. You will see. Unless the government is not ready. But you see, we need to end this scholarship scam. This scholarship fraud. This document. You see what's written on it? Scholarship Secretariat. You see the amount of thievery. Let me take this out. You see the amount of stealing. Where am I? Deputy registrar. Subject request for 6 sets of payment, visa application, purchase of air tickets. Now, Obadawa, these are all scandals. These are scholarships, money they have stolen from us. And all these fools are sitting in the UK. In the fucking name of we are doing PhD. Because you go UK. Go back home. There are universities in Ghana that offer these kind of foolish courses your people are doing in the UK. Now, when you go in there, I can show you. Where is this? This one is Give to Awari. Look at this. Give to Awari. To me, a request for payment, purchase of air ticket, or to me, ticket man. Now, Watobi Adiama Nikunu. I have her passport copy here. Or to me, no, Watobi Ama Nikunu. Now, receipt as a £53,000. This, look at all this. And we sit in Ghana and if we are trying to move forward, both say Jimmy forward, no much we need our money. You and who? Who do you owe? Who the fuck do you owe in the UK? Why now, Deneka? You are foolishly doing PhD, so what? Who do you go for Ghana? School and come to and these people, some of these fools. So, Madam Zita, set up a forensic audit. 90%, especially in the United Kingdom. NPP through Kingsley Agyman. NPP for you for go school crowd and Namga UK so PhD. Omo scholarship. Kwasi some way country be a nyansa for yam penny masanko some way. So with all due respect to the ambassador, put a statement out. Get an external auditor, let them audit all these people in these various schools. Recently, Mameka a car yedi and chiremo eukrumha all on scholarships. Why? How many people na scholarship for Ghana or my web Ghana? How many people na scholarship ako UK? Ako say ako PhD mo wi web Ghana? Ask them. Kwasi afo yeso na tam sika ma ejimi fo bia na ako tena UK. Me ye PhD. Na PhD we ya do adwuma ben. PhD holders na PhD mo ya mo di adwuma ben. Adwuma ben na di PhD ni ben. An HND graduate is important than a PhD holder. I'm telling you. An HND graduate from Polytechnic who knows what he's doing. He knows the practical he's doing. That person is more important than a PhD holder. PhD is about what? PhD is basically bettering what you did in a senior high school. Yes. Omomuya PhD is stepping back and researching the senior high school and Odiba with him. It is nothing. So we cannot be putting money in PhD and this nonsense. Let us pump the money into our technical universities. Let us pump the money into the KTIs, the technical institutions, the schools where we can bring out technical young men and women. Because there's somewhere could not PhD that go to the UK. How many people have PhD? I'm doing PhD. I buy my music and go to Diane. Go and find a job and stop. I am going to school. And I'm doing PhD. How many people in Ghana have PhDs? One way or the other, yet to me they are benefiting. We are a third world country. We cannot pretend to say, you was the school. Masa, University of Ghana. If you are not ready to fund your own education, then you fucking stay home. Because that idea of there be a time school or we are not or maybe. Now look at this. Look at this. 1,332 law students, including 610 from Ghana School of Law, received first ever direct payment from Student Loan Trust Plus. These are law students in Ghana. Loan. Over 1,300 law students, including 610 Ghana School of Law. They are accessing the same money from this government. And these people, some of them will finish and say, we are going to Europe. We are going to America to continue. We need to cut it short. We need to do that because you cannot be coming from a third world country and saying, "Me go PhD or UK, me go PhD or America into a binary shame for the next 3 years to what bow damn." Now, my no money investment that PhD no, and then they feel so entitled. One farmer now what? Look at this. student loan. Look at this. Government to deduct student student loans from 4,000 public workers' salaries. 4,000. Nipa 4,000 omo Ghana sisi a omo ye adwuma e wa aban mu. Omo nyina gi loan omo ntua. Nipa 4,000. You can't do that. We are not ready for this kind of nonsense. And the government should come to that realization, say, Sikana ye tuguno, in the name say ye Bobi Manako school. The number of people we pump money into their education out of Ghana, no, 90% don't return. 90% end up working for the white man. Can we stop this foolishness? Masa, Uba Krom ha, Abrafuniko school, you are limited to aban beshawa amwa kodu udu college aban say college na we no also started to student loan. So you have to bear that fucking cost. Why do we live in Ghana, a third world country? Not Jimmy Bia tweet now say because you see some people see it say it's an investment opportunity for them. Now your uncle Fobi it's all about media. Me pese me ko school abrochire na me ko bo me bra inti me apply for scholarships. Sankwasi ade na ekoso Ghana no. And you go to this Europe uko UK in kwasiafo ya omo ye PhD, most of them are working. They are being paid, but every single month we the taxpayer Ghana for here for no the government, they are on the government's neck and saying pay me money, give me stipends. If you don't do this, we are going to go on demonstration. Madam Zita, open a forensic office. Let them so we a Ghana student or your PhD. That's how I say bind to your car, bring all your documents to that office. Madam Zita, the High Commissioner or whatever embassy in the UK you are headed, open an office there. Direct every single PhD student or CNT, they should forward all their documentations there. The office will verify, they will scrutinize your application from Ghana till time all the documents, but you will say, it is legit and that you have to be paid. Yes, this is the simplest thing you need to do. Create an office, get some people who are expert in these things, let them be there. So Obisa or your PhD student, Obisa, they are on scholarship, no problem. If you have a problem with the Ghana government not paying your stipends or bringing your fees, no problem. Bring all your documentations. Come and prove to us that you are legitimate and that the money you are demanding, you basically need to get that money. Into the document, your documentation, your transcript, the HRS say, in fact, sa process now for mubedru sa process no ekrojen. Uba uso kwa seba beka so maniska. Obiamba 99% of them are criminals. Not only in the UK. I'm not saying only in the UK. They can do this in the United States. Do this in Europe. Uba uso omunyina mabiem. Everybody will. Omayira. Now to Ghana. Now ye Jiminti. Yes, sorry, I say go to Europe. Now about to kasa uko a PhD. What the fuck is that? Me na me politics so me can politics, but I mean to me politics. Me ako. Cause the day I enter office, me chat scholarship. Tintin. Scholarship will only apply in Ghana. Ghana and Kwane be scholarship. Uko school or Ghana. Now say unisikana any besha wo Ghana mwako school. Say je Ghana sika ko tina bruchiri. Na kwa siampenyi ede na ko na bruchiri ntimi so bi wo Ghana. Kwa siampenyi ede na ko na so person ko astronaut to abrucha ye yenko moon until we don't have money to go and fund your astronaut schooling. There you bet me enya husikana and then you be funded. When you come to a country, we need to fund education. Nipani we are it will be beneficial to the country. Now be able to just or your PhD in what? Or PhD in the country you are in at that moment. You don't need that service. You don't fucking need it. Meaning you are preparing somebody for another market. You only prepare people for the market now, the market that they can work within. Most of these PhD people, the stupidity is that you applying in Ghana. So why do we as a third world country, IMF, PhD or your PhD? Or Switzerland, or your PhD, or Germany. Now or your part-time job. Obi your PhD or sit down or Ghana. Na busumi biano, mamena or ticket tiana, ya tata and taxes no, near the mass aquasian this or your PhD. What the fuck is that? Some question way. Sound kwasia idea ne yakosua no way say ye fa bibimbra scholarship ye de nkofo kwa abrojire mama ko school me so ba krom ha aban hwe wo school ko do college na say aban uwie college na o so utua sa wo pesa wo tua so a eye wa wo sika sa wo sa kwaji another loan you pay. In education there's nothing that is free in education. And it's like obia 3 masters, 3 PhDs, 5 PhDs. Nobody should be, education should never be free. I'm telling you. Tertiary institution, tertiary education should never be free. Now, if you want it to be free in your home country, I understand. You want to give opportunities to people in your country. Nobody should leave your country, go to another country for you to be paying them their education. Actually, wait, Jimmy. Who does that? Who on this planet does that? Give scholarship to the senior high school kids. Give scholarship to people who want to continue their tertiary institution education in Ghana. So people so call UDSR, give that person scholarship in Ghana. So people so give that person scholarship in Ghana. So we go petrochemical engineering. Now person man scholarship, give that person scholarship in Ghana. Let the person go do a practicals with GMPC with Tema Oil Refinery. Those people can work practically here. What kind of stupid life is this? I see Jimmy, you nimi answer. Yes, today they are bold. And then you see them, they have been assaulted. You have been assaulted. Me see, the ambassador, please, madam, get an office. That your building is very big. Get one office. Get people from Ghana or people in the UK who know what they are doing, auditors. Let them fill that office, equip it with modern technology. Let them be there. So we say we are PhD. We say you are a beneficiary. We are scholarship or every Ghana or UK. Now say a problem. Whether your stipends, whether accommodation, that is the office you go. Call them, book an appointment. When you go, they will demand for documentations. If you are not able to prove, they can even report you to the police. So we say nipa ba ko probaba. E you fo when amoso so. Abani yes case school ofie and then so na yiri ye nyina yi ye ntumi po ntwa kwan ye bibia so man be gina na nkwasiafo dita broche say pay us money mo bodam na una go to say Burkina Faso kura na Niger for the go for go abroji so munko scholarship mo bodam ye jimi yana ene te Ghana ye come onima ye se didi ni patam enkwasiade we wana so Ghana madam omo ba ma police nchi omungum mo bomo dan wana dey scholarship re ma mo Ghana embassy in the UK na mam scholarship no. And I want you, with all due respect, madam, set up an office. Just set up an office. Let them direct all their grievances to that office. That office has the right to demand for every documentation if you are a beneficiary. That office has the right to go back, collaborate with the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. Every single document they get, they should verify from the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. I want to know who they see. Let the office in the UK liaise with the Ghana Asafo office, the scholarship secretary. Let them liaise with them. Let them work with them. Set up a system that links. The people in the UK can connect to the system in Ghana and know that this student, all his documentations, I can click on a button and get every single thing about that student. Nobody will show up there. And you fool away. Jimmy Semina Koso Ghana is too much. When I see these things, I get pissed off. Now, when I say, Francophones for Atamobi so unko abro jenko escola na 90% of unko fom ko mo ma. Onwe school no awo. Bawumia mu nyina amko no makọ no makọ no maka mu ya no di atem. They don't pay the loan. They don't pay anything. Oh, scholarship. Enti yeti kronim and yesori ane yatam sika si wo. Adan ya yen kro mu ma no mko school ha na yeso mo nko abro jenko to aso. Enti busumi bia no ne atam sa sika na komo moduane adi. Ne ejimi. No, someone take scholarship that's na me change mu akere no. Ebi scholarship bi obi a enya aban ne take cost ni nyina and expenses ni nyina. I'm talking about omo aban ne take the full cost of the scholarship. So aban take half across still is not right. It is a person tiasia. You can say aban mo bi scholarship say onko UK nko sua dia. That means say nipa ne kwotena ho na aban na etua. Nipa ne didim aban na etua. nipa no some nyoma bi obeto de asua na da ba na etua enti bosome bia no na aban atam sika na de ama no na mebusa o saa nipa no PhD oye no emfaso ba na yenya organa saa nkofom gu abrochire eye PhD omo scholarship so omo ye ede emfaso na yenya omo so 4 years so say 3 years no emfaso ba na yenya so organa. I'm asking you people, what do we get from these people? What do we get back? Inti ye Jimmy, yes sorry ani atam sika kwa abrochire ko scholarship. Ye Jimmy, yes sorry inti Ghana mu na ye tena ye nye sika ndidi no. Ye wi ani atam sika mo bi se kwa abrochire ko school. Stop giving these fools money. Please, Mr. President, this government should really look at scholarships. We need to shut it down. Scholarships, let's shut it down. Let us shut scholarships down. Na yanya scholarships ni na ofie. Na tete de dem say needy student koko ekuafo ma. Then ya hwemu school asa. So we university of Ghana now person wo kwa abrochire fa wan kasa wo kwan so no kwa abrochire eno na forcing conform mo ye adwuma o Ghana for 3-4 years na otumi loan wi a na we service ka no kwa abrochire so wunya eye obi wa abrochire na school bi na kasa bra for free a eno enye asam. The reason why in tian conform Ghana a omuntu a loan no say we are giving them that obi wa we university na say an onye wi ekran say kokoko scholarship abrochire. Kwasi ebi we school no ditifie no apply for scholarship. Oh, me we school 2 years ago. Me be say me koya ade we PhD. Yes okay, you qualify go. Kwasi ampe go do di machi. No nsa. Ye dem bebre mu go a they have become alcoholics. They cannot do what they have to do. And we sit here every month and then we pick money and give to these fools. Let's shut this thing down. Mrs. Ambassador, what you need to do now is set up an office. Let the office list and all the other places in Europe, in America, all the embassies get an office specifically for scholarship issues. Obia or see or Ghana or America or Germany or Holland or UK or Hefa or on scholarship no. So here or problem be omrasa office or the office will demand for every single documentation. When you head there or you're legitimate to be on scholarship in America, in the UK, and wherever they are. Now, Accountant General, and I've already told you about this, 4,000 salaries. All right. Now, this story is one story. Ghana for Rebecca says, hey, Samra boy, NEC. Over 24 buildings collapsed in Samra Boy at Sankregua Flats. And it's very sad, say. And as some say SC or Ghana. And we won't say Nipebi or Ghana, omri adi we your politics. Hey! Asankregua and Asankregua baby me pepper. And you see you see a top. Ama Asankregua e krono e dime 24 e we all know a flats way yenim say sebio enye efin kwa. It's also got to do with planning. But there, especially Oba Asankregua Asemno Swa, it's got nothing to do with a trash or planning, even though and also play a role. Now, Mommy Uncle share Asankregua the esi in video.
Some why they money bay more motion episode bonnie bay ni aye imoya ampao the kunabo wa she ne koso na no why day oh everybody she samra boy na do fo hu ne sa no e kunabo nipa nya baby nda sisi ame na o kase imoya some why they money bay Moi, mon cher Nakoso, bonne ben ni aye. Ah, imoya, ampao. The Kunabo, moi, she, Nakoso. Ah, no matter. Oh,
Everybody, she Samurai boy na do fo hu ne saa no.
Samurai boy intina chema untumi wo court nne. Anamebwa. Galamsey no na asem kuro no. Nananom ene moa mu nyina mo ka ho. Mo ne mo nananom no. Mo asenkregwafo Samurai boy fo mo ne mo nananom no. Mo na mo ma eho kwan ema Galamsey. Insuo ya esem kuro yi eye Galamsey. Ene tia chema wuntumi gina court ende nipa bi se chema wuntumi nye bone. Na adwo so di Galamsey 8 years. Ura kwayem last me ka kire mo ha. Insuo bi a eda kwayem. A sebio uba block insuo no. Insuo ta ebe pe kwan bi akọ. Kwaye bia ube se insuo ube block insuo. That any day insuo beto consistently bia no. Sa insuo no. It will find another path. It was a munshada who be said that Samurai boy. Inti mu butan say, hey, ade na afei na eto ye. It is because chama wuntumi mu etisi Samurai boy. Mo kwaye mu ana omudi gala mo ahemfo no etena ho. Ejeje ka. Ebejiji sika beji eye de gold no. Ne e ka kire mo and the NPP na mo dwen say ye di mo atem. There is no way. Menka say flat NC. But especially Samurai boy no. The reason why we ekoso ho no say mo kwaye na first na absorb sa insuo no. Because insutene na edida iwure mu no. Insuo bia edan wure mu bia ewo insuo a eko join no. Insuo bia edan wure mu eda forest bia mu no ewo ne channel ewo baby a eko. The moment obewura san wure nim a obetwa san nsuo no ano ana obesiru no. Say insuo yira sa nsuo no befa ne level and say okona enkwa obedane obedivert. Enti sade na mu hu ne sisia no eye nsuo na mo kwaye nim na enemu a na first no insuo tumi yiri a na ende na nsuo eyiri ogana ende na nsuo eto e wo Samurai boy ende na nsuo sebio eto ama adiachima asato no eye consistent as nsuo no eto no asa air building no amena na omotutu no it is now building up now it is forming into one water any baby akọ saneba. Enti way is just the beginning. Ya ka chem say Galamsey na chema wuntumi na oye na Ghana for ya ka chem say Samurai boy na chema wuntumi ko wura ho judge na ote chema wuntumi case no so no we a typical example of nyoma also hwe so no the judge in the case. Sa assembly see wo court no the evidence na ye hia no enie Samurai boy case na chema wuntumi akogina court say ayin Samurai boy onya hwe no aftermath ni nie and the actions of chema wuntumi ti ekromu a ni nyina asai edan 24 ebuogu ne why na ma chema wuntumi chance ni say owura kwaye bretuom e wo Samurai boy Samuel abugina po siremni aboa no ono na di ekufo ado echi e na oma authorization say Samurai chema wuntumi ewura mo kwaye mu na etie kasana mu di atem say ye di ahemfo atem ye mua de meme fie insu afame meme fie insu afame meme mma insu afomo me dan ebu me japade bi asai no eye wo and the sani power nyina mo da abontene insu we enya ade e betwe nnewu. It is not going today or tomorrow, and I don't feel bad for some of you. Ebi mo hodi aya na asam de me yama mo ba mo dodo no enye me yama mo every say munim de na mo ye ade na mo so omo na omo sebi omo kasa endru bebia no mo ka mo kasa bo ahye omo yem omo tiem se de ekoso nye emu ahemfo ne ahema mo support chema wontumi e na owura kwaye brentuom ende insu a wo se efa nwuram e wo kwaye mu no insu asare et ne ba fie. This is the evidence. Chema want to me evidence in here. And let me tell you people, we are just the beginning. A better worse. And men can say me pebe bone. No. Adibi ebe was assassin we be asono. The adibi assassin biano. Assassin will give us the results. Say you protect your assassin. Assassin will protect you. Say the assassin bra. at the right time, no, assassino, abroad your deal, or the my back. And that is what the earth is giving us back. Way every baby, yanka say your activities. Nyoma ye was assassin, so then assassin femaye. So what we are seeing is the galamsey, oh, Samurai boy. Obeka say, oh, na Samurai boy nkwana in Suafa, Oko kept quote in Suafa, me say, when it comes to Samurai boy, the damage you are seeing, it is the galamsey. Huh? In Kura in so atwa a yiri wo I say in the central region in so yiri within 3-4 days ni nyina betwe Samurai boy de nantwe ye wo hawmu tie me say other regions are in suato I say and there I didn't know because Samurai boy nkwana e de in suato ho because o ka say NPP chairman won to me say o say keep cause in suato ho man a few days baby in so free by na betwe Samurai boy entwe da. Because you see, baby, I was saying, so corner, you're blocking in. You're too mena. You're saying, so you're boon yegu. Nobody's protecting the water. And somewhere where chrono, you're shiny ya, or someone in Amutu. Because this is going to be a ritual. You guys a ritual at DABC every time. Until this forest, it is well preserved, until reclaim the forest and rebuild the forest again. Sadia we are tomorrow. Enya dia esu betwa time na me kasa yen nyina ye kasa yen kasa na chema wuntumi yen stop no galamse oye all say mine no na NPP fo bi gu Samurai boy AD atem Kevin tell mama ya jantre ni Kevin tell kwasia do Muhammad etua meka meja pade asai me dan asai enda na dwi me da bontene enja na dwi meja pade a metotoye ni nyina meka muna meja pade ase de me ya ne enyansafo omo Samurai boy a na omo mpene so omo ho aka eni jam ka che Ghana for we all have to stop this menace. Chairman won to me the court case we no one of the tests the cases for this nation, because the honest truth is if this period ya should enya results bia alpha ehu bia she Ghana form say galam say adia edinya, then we have opened the floodgates forever and ever. And we all know I don't need to be in court, I don't need to be the attorney general, I don't need to be a lawyer to know Chairman to me should be guilty, because we saw his dealings. In fact, Enya Krampono, the Minerals Commission gave us a document to say the guy is practicing or working illegally. Where any bodamni a document the guy was illegally destroying the forest. Our Samurai boy. Today, yati hey, one ebre. Me say, o de mobintran kancha say. Mobintran kancha say, oh, where the sebe bia na nsuo yiri. Me say, Cape Coast, baby nsuo yiri bia na 3 days ni nyina be because ebe fa na level. Baby a also insuo no koni nyina ebekọ Samurai boy enko biem ebe tata asase na se, and every single time bia ebe unity because Chairman won to me wan say asase no forest no to me absorb insuo no biem omo tutu amena wom omo say rivers no etini nyina ebe fie. Now mama yanko back kakra bi yanko tie imbre bi asema eye the land minister Ama Kofibua ekafa Samurai boy hu, and you will understand why we are here today. Team, do you have it for me? Mumianko tie de eye land minister eka efa Samurai boy hu.
One of the most egregious cases we have uncovered involves Akonta Mining Company Limited, a company legally registered and granted a government lease to mine responsibly off reserve outside the forest. Your company, however, does not possess an entry permit into the forest reserve of the Samurai boy enclave of the Western North region. Yet, investigations reveal that Akonta Mining has flagrantly abused this lease. This company has not only trespassed into protected reserves, but has become a criminal syndicate, selling assets of the Aboe Forest Reserve to illegal miners for a staggering 300,000 Ghana cedi per concession. Worse, these illegal miners operate under Akonta's protection, devastating the river tunnel and surrounding forests with impunity. They have encroached compartments 49, compartment 121 of the Tanom Nimri Forest Reserve. We gathered a team of investigators to go undercover to make inquiries about the details of these operations. Our undercover team uncovered the well-oiled machinery of destruction. One representative of Akunta Mining, is the liaison of these dealings. He serves as the gatekeeper, negotiating fees and granting illegal access. The concessions are then subleased to individuals like one Mr. Henry and another individual identified as Shak, who are to oversee the devastation of the Abois Forest Reserve and the Tano River. As part of the agreement between Akunta Mining and the illegal miners, a weekly royalties of 250 grams of gold are to be paid to the company, lining the pockets of Akunta's collaborators. Another breakthrough revelation is that this criminal enterprise thrives because of the active collusion and connivance of some forestry officers and some security personnel. Here is how it works. Part of the 300,000 Ghana cedi fees goes to the Akunta Mining, a portion goes to Sahari and Shak,